Alright, so listen friends, in order for us to be able to predict the next candlestick and actually trade candlestick by candlestick, we need to have a good understanding of candlestick psychology. In the discussion of candlestick psychology, there are several key points that are really important. We absolutely need to pay attention to them because they hold a lot of significance. I'll explain each one of these points in detail, but I'm not sure how long it might take. If the video ends up being a bit lengthy, I might need to cut it and provide all these points in 2 or 3 separate videos. For now, I'll explain each point one by one. As I'm recording this, I'm not sure exactly how long it will take, but if it ends up being too long, I might have to split it into 2 or 3 videos for you. Anyway, let's get straight to the main point. The first thing we need to pay attention to, friends, is the issue of the trend. This means that by considering the highs and lows, specifically the higher highs and lower lows, we should determine whether our trend is upward or downward and execute our trades accordingly. Of course, trading against the trend is possible, but if you have limited experience in the market, I wouldn't recommend it. Personally, I also prefer to trade in a way that involves less risk, so we always trade in the direction of the trend. So, if we assume that the market is moving in this way like this, I'm just drawing something approximately. If we assume such a movement, given the higher highs that are continuously forming and the higher lows, we understand that our trend is upward. In such a scenario, we should definitely execute buy trades. We don't trade on pullbacks here, we should trade within these waves. Another important point is that we refer to this section as the major trend or the main trend, and we refer to these as the minor trend or small trend. We should always trade where these two are aligned and moving together. Now, I'll try to show you this on a chart. Look friends, here's a chart. I think it's the GBP to USD. Yes, I opened it randomly. If you look here closely, you'll notice that, for example, we had a movement where it went up from here, then pulled back, exactly like how I just illustrated for you. It came down here, then had another pullback, and then continued with an upward move, which brought it up to this point. Now let's leave that aside. You can see that this market movement is showing us an upward trend, so in this scenario, we should focus on buying trades. We're not doing sell trades here. Another important point is that when we see such a movement, where our main trend aligns with our minor trend, or as we call them, the major trend and the minor trend, they form a specific area for us. Now, I can show you this more clearly here. Look, from here, a movement started upwards, then a short pullback, then again. It's the first wave, second wave, third wave, and then it pulled back again. And now this minor trend has aligned with our main trend. If we consider this area as a formed region, we call it the golden zone. This is a great area for our buy trades, where we can get strong bullish signals. Notice how the first wave came up, then the second, then the third, and now it's aligned with the larger trend. To easily and freely register with the Quotex broker, click on the link in the video description. In this section, we can capture a lot of strong bullish signals. Let me zoom in on the rest. As you can see, out of the total number of candles here, there's only one weak red candle, and then it turns back. Again, in its ascent, you can see that the number of strong green candles has returned. Here, once more, it has entered this area from our line, and all the candles up to this point are green. So, this was our trend discussion, emphasizing that we should always trade in the direction of the trend, along with the concept of the golden zone that I mentioned earlier. The second point relates to the discussion of volume and momentum. Let me go back to paint. The second issue concerns volume and momentum, meaning we need to see whether the momentum is with the buyers or the sellers. We need to determine who currently has the upper hand, whether the sellers are controlling this range or the buyers. Let me explain this with an example. Imagine that we have a few green candles here. Sorry if they're not drawn perfectly straight. Let's assume we have about 5 green candles in this upward wave or trend that reaches a certain point and then starts to pull back, turning into a downward movement. Now, as we observe this decline, we see that the distance covered upward by those 5 green candles is now matched by just 2 red candles, bringing the price back down to the same level it was at initially. It went up with 5 green candles, reaching this level, and then returned to its previous state and the same price it started from with just 2 red candles. In this scenario, momentum is with the sellers, and if there's a support line or a level here, it's very likely to be broken, leading to further price decline and breaking through that support level. And in a way, if I want to explain it more clearly and transparently, momentum can be interpreted as the speed of price movement, whether it's going up or down. Now let's assume that the price has moved up with 5 green candles, but then we see a red candle, another one, then another, one more, and another one, then another, one more. So the price drops with a series of candles. In this scenario, the momentum is still in the hands of the buyers, meaning that if there's a level here, the likelihood of it breaking is very low, and it's more likely that the price will bounce back. If such a situation occurs, the support level here is likely to hold, and the price will probably rebound and move back up from this point. Also, note that in the discussion of momentum, shoulders are not important to us. That's why I didn't draw them. We only focus on the body of the candles and the volume they represent. When a large red candle forms with high volume, it means the momentum is with the sellers, and the price is likely to drop faster. It's a powerful candle that indicates sellers have strong control over the market. Conversely, if we see a large green candle with high volume, it shows that the buyers are in control of the market. So, that was the discussion on volume and momentum that I explained to you. Dear friends, to make sure you don't miss any of our videos, please subscribe to the BS Academy channel. Also, activate the notification bell so that you are informed as soon as we publish new videos. Thank you for your support.